Chapter 7 Peninsular Plateau Region, Deccan.
Part 1.
Physiography. The inverted triangle-shaped region to the south of Narmada Valley, with its base in the north and the apex in the south, is known as the Deccan Plateau. The Satpura Range, the Mahadev and the Michael Hills together form the broad base of this triangle. The western and the eastern Ghats form the margins of the Deccan Plateau. The Meghalaya Plateau and the associated hill complex from northeast India, although separated by the lower Ganga plains and the Sundarbans Delta, are also part of the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau consists of following sub-regions: Satpura, Mahadev, Michael Range, Maharashtra Plateau, Karnataka Telangana Plateau, Eastern Plateaus comprising of a part of Chota Nagpur Plateau, Mahanadi Basin, Dandakaranya and Garjhat Hills. Satpura, Mahadev, Michael Range. This group of ranges, extending in east-west direction, forms the base of the Deccan Plateau in the north. Starting from eastern Gujarat, the Satpura Range extends for a distance of 800 kilometers eastwards. The continuity of the Satpura Range is broken in the central part, providing an access to North India. This gap is popularly known as Burhanpur Gap. The tops of the hills are in the form of plateaus varying in heights from 700 meters to 900 meters. Mahadev Range in Madhya Pradesh and Michael Ranges in Chhattisgarh are the eastern extension of the Satpura Range. Narmada, Mahanadi and Vainganga are the major river systems collecting their headwaters from this hill complex. Maharashtra Plateau. It is the northwestern part of the Deccan Plateau, with its western edge marked by Western Ghats. This plateau is mostly made up of basalt rock of igneous origin with a maximum thickness of around 2 kilometers. These basalt rocks were formed by lava that outpoured from a number of cracks in the earth and spread over the region. The horizontal basalt layers give a step-like appearance to the entire landscape. These basaltic formations are called Deccan Trap. The altitude of this plateau ranges between 400 to 600 meters with flat hilltops. The northern portion is occupied by Tapi Basin that slopes in westward direction, whereas rest of the plateau slopes in an eastward direction, forming the upper portions of Godavari and Krishna basins. The Wardha-Vainganga basin forms the eastern part of this plateau. Karnataka-Telangana Plateau. The Karnataka-Telangana Plateau is the southernmost part of the Deccan Plateau and covers a major portion of the plateau. It is chiefly made up of granite and granitic gneiss rocks along with metamorphic forms of some sedimentary formations. This plateau comprises of parts of Godavari and Krishna basin in the north and Kaveri basin in the south. The Karnataka Plateau, also called Maidan, has an average elevation of 400 meters and is intervened by a number of low and round granitic hills. The Telangana Plateau, located on the eastern and northeastern side of Karnataka Plateau, is flat with a few isolated dome-shaped hills. The area has an average altitude ranging from 300 meters to 600 meters. The eastern boundary of the Telangana Plateau is marked by the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Plateaus. This is composed of three subregions: Mahanadi Basin, Dandakaranya and Garjhat Hills. Mahanadi Basin. It occupies the central part of Chhattisgarh and western part of Odisha state. This is a low-lying region with an average height of 300 meters surrounded by plateaus or hills with an average height of 500 meters. It is surrounded by Chota Nagpur Plateau in the north, Dandakaranya Plateau in the south, Michael Ranges in the west, and the Eastern Ghats in the east. Dandakaranya. Famous for rich iron ore deposits, this region occupies the southern part of Chhattisgarh state and southwestern part of Odisha. The central region is a high-rising plateau with elevation between 700 to 800 meters. The plateau is divided into two halves by the east-west flowing Indravati River. Garjhat Hills. They occupy the northwestern part of Odisha. The region is drained by Brahmani and Baitarni rivers. Chapter 7: Peninsular Plateau Region, Deccan.
Part 2.
Climate. Due to its vast size, the Peninsular Plateau has a large variation in climate. Major part of this plateau experiences tropical, wet and dry climate, except a semi-arid tract to the east of the Western Ghats. Temperatures in winter and early summer are around 18 degrees Celsius, whereas summers are very hot with temperatures crossing 45 degrees Celsius. The rainy season is from June to September with an annual rainfall between 750 millimeters and 1500 millimeters. A long stretch of land which is to the south of Tropic of Cancer and east of the Western Ghats and the Cardamom Hills includes Karnataka, interior and western Tamil Nadu, western Andhra Pradesh Telangana, and central Maharashtra. This region experiences semi-arid climate and is a famine-prone zone. Rainfall is unreliable and varies from 400 millimeters to 750 millimeters annually. The months of March to May are hot and dry, with mean monthly temperatures around 32 degrees Celsius. Soils. The Deccan Plateau region of Maharashtra has well-developed black soil suitable for cotton and sugarcane. Red soils are found in Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. Laterite soils are found in the Western Ghats. Natural vegetation and animals. The Deccan Plateau has a rich variety of forests such as tropical evergreen, tropical moist deciduous, tropical dry deciduous, and thorny scrub forests. Trees such as teak, sal, shisham, sandalwood, kher, harda, and arjun are found here. Forests are being depleted due to increasing population, agriculture, and mining. The wildlife of the Deccan Plateau region includes four-horned antelope, black buck, guar, wild buffalo, tiger, dhole, sloth bear, Indian giant squirrel, and around 300 species of birds, including the globally threatened Jerdon scourger. Population and settlement. The Deccan Plateau is home to many languages such as Marathi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and Urdu. The north and northeastern edges of the plateau are inhabited by Bhil and Gond people who speak various languages. Marathi is the main language of the people of Maharashtra. Telugu is spoken in Andhra Pradesh, while people of Karnataka speak Kannada. In Tamil Nadu, Tamil is the main language of the people. Malayalam is the language spoken by the people of Kerala. Urdu is an important language of Hyderabad in the Deccan. Major cities include Hyderabad and Bengaluru. Mysore in Karnataka, Coimbatore and Salem in Tamil Nadu, Pune, Nagpur, Nanded and Aurangabad in Maharashtra are other major cities. The Maharashtra Plateau region has rich black soil, good supply of water, and developed agriculture, which has favored the growth of clustered settlements. Semi-dispersed and dispersed settlements are seen in the plateau region because of its undulating terrain. In South India, the northern Maidan of Karnataka and Rayalaseema area of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana have widely spaced villages. Scattered hamlets are seen in the Malanad area and Tamil Nadu uplands. Economic development, agriculture. Main crops of the Deccan Plateau are cotton, sugarcane, and rice. Rice is grown in the eastern part, wheat in northern part, jowar, cotton, sugarcane, and oilseeds in Maharashtra Plateau, and bajra in the western part. Pulses are grown in the northern part of the plateau. Lakes are the main source of irrigation in Bhandara. Bandaras are check dams or diversion weirs built across rivers. They raise the water level in rivers, which then begins to flow into channels. They are also used to hold water and form a large reservoir. Tanks called kere in Kannada are fed by channels branching off from streams. They are built in a series, usually a few kilometers apart, connected to each other, ensuring no wastage through overflow, as the seepage of a tank higher up in the series is collected in the next tank, which is at a lower level. Chapter 7, Peninsular Plateau Region, Deccan.
Part 3.
Mining. The Maharashtra Plateau is richly endowed with minerals like manganese, coal, iron ore, limestone, copper, bauxite, silica, sand, and common salt. Bituminous coal is found in the districts of Bhandara, Nagpur, and Chandrapur. The Karnataka and Telangana plateau are rich in minerals like high-grade iron ore, copper, manganese, chromite, china clay, and limestone. Karnataka is the main gold-producing state in the country. It also has rich deposits of granite. Industry. Maharashtra in Deccan Plateau is one of the most industrialized states in the country. Cotton textile industry is the oldest and the largest industry in the state. This plateau has many industries like sugar, automobiles, electronics, and food processing. The Karnataka plateau has many industries like machine tools, electronic products, telecommunication equipment, etc. Bengaluru and Pune are the two important centers of the IT industry. Transportation. The Deccan Plateau region has a well-developed transport network of roadways and railways. A number of highways connect this region to other parts of the country. There are many national and international airports in the region. International airports are in Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Nagpur. Tourism. Many tourist places of cultural, historical, religious, and natural importance are present in Deccan Plateau. Udagamandalam, that is Ooty in Tamil Nadu, and Mahabaleshwar in Maharashtra are famous hill stations. Aurangabad in Maharashtra is famous for Ajanta and Ellora caves. Karnataka is famous for historical places like Badami, Gulbarg, Hampi, Bidar, Belgaum, Bijapur. Bengaluru is famous as the Garden City. Besides these, there are many pilgrimage centers in the region. Natural hazards and environmental problems. Mining activities and industries cause water and soil pollution. The mined area becomes useless after the extraction of minerals. Large number of industries that have come up in this region pollute air, water and soil. Koyna region and western part of this plateau region is prone to earthquakes. The earthquake in the year 1993 at Latur was severe and caused much damage to life and property.